بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of God, the merciful, the most merciful. Islamic provisions for fasting, episode 11. When does Sharia ask the Muslim just to make up for the missing fasting days? I mean, just fasting these days which he didn't fast because he was sick, because something happened to him, or from corrupt days. Days are not acceptable during Ramadan without paying ransom or expiation or penance. So, in our lesson today, we are talking about Muslim has to make up the day, fasting the day again without paying any expiation. Let's go and see these cases. The first case is forgetting janaba washing. I mean body washing after sexual intercourse, to wash the impurity, and he has to mention that this janaba washing must be done because before dawn rises. Why? Because there is, or one of the conditions of a correct and acceptable fasting is that the dawn does not enter and the Muslim hasn't finished his washing, I mean al-janaba washing. So he must finish al-janaba washing before dawn enters. Otherwise, he has to make up, he has to fast again this day. It will be not acceptable. The second case, traveling. We will divide traveling into two parts, into two times. The first one, before the noon prayer, before 12 o'clock usually. If he travels before 12 o'clock, he has to break his fast. His fast will be not acceptable. Traveling before the noon prayer. And what about the other? I mean, traveling after the noon prayer, there is no problem in that case. Traveling after noon prayer does not affect the fasting at all. The third case, vomiting. Even if he is sick, he has to make up the day. Except one case, except for the pregnant woman. If she vomited, this does not affect her fasting. She has to continue her fasting. The fourth case, temporary illness. A person is sick for 1 day, 2 days. Fasting for this person is affected. He will be ill. He is affected by fasting today, in this day. So Sharia says to him, you should break your fast and make up this day after Ramadan. Don't pay any expiation. Just make up the day only. The fifth case, immersing the head in water, covering it completely inside the water, in a pool, in the sea. In this case, he has broken his fasting. But you have to know that there is no problem in washing the head, washing the whole body. We are just talking about covering the head, the whole head inside the water. Washing the head, washing the whole body, these do not affect the fast. The sixth case, not to intend to cut and to stop fasting. During the day, he said to himself, I will go and drink water. I will not continue fasting today. So he determined to cut, to stop, to break fasting. In this time, in this case, he broke his fasting. Why? Because it's required to be the intention of fasting from the dawn to sunset, from 3:30 a.m. to about, in these days, about 6:15 p.m. One intention must continue from that time, from dawn to sunset. The seventh case, and this case happens for a lot of people, and they ask, what is the rule in this case? Eating or drinking according to hinting that the dawn did not enter. It means that he thinks that the time, there is time to eat, to drink. Still no calling to prayer of waxing. And then, after eating, after drinking water, and then he knew that the dawn has entered a while ago. Oh, when he ate food The time was 4 o'clock in these days. In this case, he must make up this day. He must fast this day again after Ramadan. These are 7 cases. Must be understood well. In these cases, Muslim is just required to fast again to make up the day or the days he didn't fast, or one of these reasons happened to him. Up to here, we reached the end of our lesson. I am thanking God so much for His helpful. I am thanking you, my dears, for your good listening. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.